I still have this vivid, glorious memory of a road trip from my early 20s. It involved a sputtering sedan, a cooler full of questionable gas station sandwiches, and a motel whose idea of a continental breakfast was one lonely packet of oatmeal. It was cheap. It was absurd. And it completely cemented my love for the open road, the pure, unfiltered joy of discovering America 1 mile at a time. The Great American Road Trip is timeless. But here's a confession. As the frugal traveler, I've always been suspicious of fame. Does the most popular trip really equal the best trip? Or does it just mean more crowds, higher prices, and fewer chances for genuine discovery? I decided it was time to challenge the conventional wisdom and hunt for the most rewarding and often overlooked scenic drives this country has to offer. The Instagram king versus frugal reality. If the American road trip has a spiritual home, it's Route 66. It's a legend, woven into the fabric of the nation. Spanning 2,400 miles, it's been sung about by Nat King Cole and immortalized in The Grapes of Wrath. A recent study even crowned it the most scenic drive in America, based on a staggering 2.3 million Instagram posts. By all social media metrics, it is the king. But here's a little secret from a seasoned frugal traveler. Social media popularity is often a warning sign. It signals overpriced tourist traps and long lines for that perfect photo. I once paid a truly shameful amount for a thin, gritty milkshake at a Route 66 diner, simply because it had the right neon sign. The experience was more about the kitsch than the quality, and my wallet felt the sting. While the history is undeniable, the modern reality can feel like a caricature of itself. The quest for the perfect road trip isn't about following the biggest crowd. It's about finding the most breathtaking view, the most charming town, and the most memorable experience, preferably without having to take out a second mortgage. So, let's leave the Instagram influencers to their curated photo ops and venture onto the roads less traveled. Unearthing hidden gems. For a frugal traveler, the words hidden gem are like a siren's song. They promise all the beauty with half the crowds, which is the holy grail of budget-conscious exploration. We need to look beyond the top 10 lists. Luckily, a travel company called Journeyscape did some digging for us, analyzing routes based on things like stops and distance to rank America's best hidden gem road trips. Topping their list for the West Coast and ranking second nationwide was the Pacific Coast Paradise. This magnificent 428-mile journey stretches from Seattle down to sunny Santa Barbara. It promises incredible scenery, from stunning beaches to the protected wilderness of the Cascade Siskiyou National Monument. Now here's the part that made me chuckle. The analysis proudly stated that more than half of the hotels and restaurants along the way were rated 4-star or above. A luxury traveler sees that as a perk. I see it as a challenge. It means a whopping 45% of the spots are in my price range. That's fantastic news. We're finding a 5-star view from a perfectly comfortable and affordable 1-star motel. That's my kind of travel math. Regional favorites, the Northeast. In the Northeast, the beauty is in the sheer density. You can drive through centuries of history without spending a fortune on gas. Let's start on America's North Coast with the Great Lakes Seaway Trail. This nearly 500-mile national scenic byway hugs Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, and the St. Lawrence River. I recommend 5 days for this one. My frugal itinerary? I'd start by marveling at the Gilded Age excess of Bolt Castle. But I'd be picnicking on the lawn to avoid the high-priced cafe, getting the million-dollar view for the price of a sandwich. Next up, Niagara Falls. Pro tip here. Skip the expensive boat tours at first and find the best free viewpoints in Niagara Falls State Park. Then, hit the Buffalo Wing Trail. The goal isn't the fanciest wings, but the most authentic local dive where the prices are low and the sauce is legendary. Another must-see is the Delaware Water Gap Scenic Drive. It's a waterfall chaser's dream. For a perfect, zero-cost activity, drive across the Roebling Bridge, the oldest wire suspension bridge in America. You get to cross state lines on a historic bridge while looking for bald eagles, all for free. That's a frugal traveler's trifecta. Another regional favorites, the South. A southern road trip is less about speed and more about slowing down. The real soul of the region is in the back roads connecting its breathtaking small towns. My ideal DIY southern trip starts in Brevard, North Carolina, the land of waterfalls, where I'd explore some of the 250 local cascades in the Pisgah National Forest. From there, I'd meander down to Beaufort, South Carolina, a town straight out of a novel. The magic here is soaking in the low-country beauty. I can still taste the best cheap shrimp and grits I found in Beaufort, served on a paper plate from a walk-up window, a meal that cost less than parking near the waterfront and was infinitely more memorable. The journey ends in Natchez, Mississippi. Here, you must hop on the Natchez Trace Parkway. This 444-mile scenic drive is a destination itself, a quiet, commercial-free ribbon of road. You can drive a short portion or the whole thing, soaking in the serene beauty without opening your wallet, once the Frugal Traveler's Manifesto and call to action. After thousands of miles on the road, I've developed a simple manifesto. The best trips aren't about spending the most money. They're about being clever and curious. Embrace the B list. The real magic is in the second best or hidden gem routes. The best adventure is often the one you haven't seen on Instagram yet. Let small towns be your anchor. They offer affordable lodging, authentic food, and a genuine connection to the local culture. Nature is, almost, always free. A state park pass and a good pair of hiking boots are the frugal traveler's secret weapons. Pack a picnic basket. Why pay for an overpriced meal at a crowded restaurant when you can enjoy a sandwich with $1 million view of a Gilded Age castle or a majestic waterfall? I remember standing at an overlook as the sun went down, eating a slightly squashed apple from my backpack. It cost me nothing, and yet it remains one of the richest travel memories I have. It's not about luxury, it's about discovery, freedom, and the profound beauty waiting just around the bend. Now it's your turn. Drop your favorite hidden road trip gems in the comments. I'm always adding to my list.